Okay, it is 7:26 p.m., March 2nd, 2014, calling City of Mankato City Council member Jason Mattick. Hello, this is Terry Nemmers. How are you doing tonight?
Good.
Well, that's good. Say, what's that?
Oh, how can I help you?
Well, I have a problem with your public director of public safety, Todd Miller. I submitted a data request way back on January 17th, 2014, and then I sent him a reminder on February 4th, 2014, and appears he's willfully refusing to produce public data. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's a criminal act to willfully refuse to produce criminal data. Plus, it's just cause for termination. So I spoke with your fellow city council member, let's see, what's his name, Jack Considine, on February 19th, 2014, and then he didn't return my call, and I've called Mr. Miller, and I don't have my data. And I presume it's because I put a little note on my my data request. This is in regard to that Officer Padilla. I'm sure you're aware of that. Well, anyhow, in the newspaper it said that the officer who was involved turned off his microphone. And I don't think that your Director of Public Safety liked the fact that I highlighted that, because I'm aware that officers are not allowed to turn off their recorders once an investigation's begun. I have a policy manual here. It says cessation of recording. Once activated, the MVR, that's mobile video recorder system, should remain on until the incident has concluded. For purposes of this section, conclusion of an incident has occurred when all arrests have been made, arrestees have been transported, and all witnesses and victims have been interviewed. Recording may cease if an officer is simply waiting for a tow truck or a family member to arrive, or in other similar situations. See? So, I think they know that I know there's something very wrong with this case, and they don't want me to have any more information so I can, piece it all together. Because it appears that they're trying to rig this case for Officer Padilla. Because I have another case where the dash cam video is turned off, and the officer says he's going to turn it off. He's talking to a suspect who's in a situation where he engaged in a DWI. And then later on, while it's this recorder's off, he engages in terroristic threats against a correctional officer, and the officer arrests him. That's terroristic threats, felony, So, of course, that was all covered up. So the presumption is, seeing how Padilla's lawyer is saying that there's an illegal traffic stop and illegal search and seizure, now he's claiming that the blood test is questionable. So, there's all sorts of problems with these cases, this case right here, and especially when they don't want to give me the data, which, again, I said is a criminal offense. So.
Well, I do kind of recall some of the emails I was CC'd on, and didn't the manager apply one to you that had all, or it was that, our records, the records department supervisor, where they wanted you to, I don't recall the specifics.
Well, the thing is, I made it clear that I want them sent to me. This is all public information, and all they're doing is playing little silly games. See? They know that I want it sent to me. I don't want to go view it. I made it perfectly clear in my request that I want it sent to me via email. So I don't know how that translates into I want to go look at it at your facility. See? That's wasting my time, it's insulting my intelligence, and it's a waste of public resources. See? Because now I'm already on my third call that I've made. I've made multiple, emails. I've taken the time to write up data requests. So this is a huge waste of my time. It's a huge insult to my intelligence. I submit data requests from one end of the state to the other, and let me explain something to you. The places that have nothing to hide, send me the information immediately. Where I got this information from, I sent off a data request to the chief of police, and within 3 hours, I had that information. Now we're looking at, this is March 2nd, and I said I submitted my data request on January 17th. Okay, obviously, your operation has something to hide because they don't want to give me this information. I mean, that's clear.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the process for releasing information, so
Well,
I only know what emails I was copied on, and
Well, I'm telling you, I want my information. I want it emailed to me. It's real simple. It's simple following instructions. I want my data emailed to me. All you have to do is call up your Director of Public Safety, Todd Miller, and say, hey, Mr. Nemmers wants his information emailed. How hard is that to figure out? I mean, I'm sure he makes like over $100,000 a year. I don't think that's too hard for someone who makes over $100,000 a year to figure out. The only way that would be hard is if he knows that I know there's something very wrong with the Padilla case. See? So he doesn't want me to have that. Again, that's the only reason why these little games are being played.
okay, I'm pulling up the email here.
See? And then your Mr. Pat Hinkes, he never contacted me. Supposedly Mr. Considine, carbon copied him of that and told him to contact me. That never happened. See? So there's a lot of people just not wanting to do their job. Again, when I fail to have, when they're no longer as kind, courteous, and helpful, and it's rude, hateful, and obstructive, you know there's something that people want to hide. That's simple. See? Because my phone call should have handled it. My phone call to Mr. Considine should have handled it. See? So,
Well, Considine is the same as me. We're just the city council, so...
well, you're just the city council who approves all these paychecks for these people and can initiate investigations into these people. See? I told you that it's a criminal offense to illegally withhold public data. I already explained it to you that I want this information sent to me. So I don't want to examine it at your office or at the Public Safety Division. See, so obviously Mr. Miller has a motive not to send me this information.
Yeah, I'm just going over the email here, and it just says it can't be emailed because of the size of the files.
Okay, that's ridiculous because these things are made up of little PDF files. And all they need to do is send it in more than one email. And I had one operation send me a special file which was uploaded to another server, and then it just was downloaded to me if I wanted it that way. But I told them I didn't want it that way because it was a temporary service and I wanted it permanent. So they just broke it up into multiple emails and sent it to me. See? The thing is, the court system is set up, and your police are set up to be a paperless society. See? So all this information is all sent by emails. That's all they do to each other. They send it off to the prosecutor, to the defense. It's all in little emails. I speak to prosecutors and public defenders. They've explained this all to me. So, you're trying to, insult my intelligence, like I said. Minnesota statute 13.0 9. Penalties. Anyone who willfully violates the provisions of this chapter or any rules adopted under this chapter is guilty of a misdemeanor. Willful violation of this chapter by any public employee constitutes just cause for suspension without pay or dismissal of the public employee. So obviously you need to start launching an investigation into your Mr. Todd Miller there, the public safety director, because he doesn't want to do his job. He doesn't want to send me the information. See? That's simple.
Yeah.
So, again, I want my data. This little game has been played since January 17th, 2014. Again, it's March 2nd, 2014. And the only reason why a little game like this is being played because there's something fishy with the Padilla case. And I've got my finger on it. That's why it doesn't want to be sent. The data is willfully being refused to be sent to me.
Yeah. Let me, yeah, I'm curious about this email thing. Yeah, I don't have any answers to it this time, but I can sure look into it for you.
Okay, so that means you're going to call me back?
Yeah, I can give you a ring here, or else I'll have this, Hetch just call you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we set up a time, like you can call me, like say Tuesday night. That should give you plenty of time to discuss it with your city manager or your public safety director and get this all hashed out. And then you can call me back, say about like 8 o'clock Tuesday. Is that going to work for you?
Possibly. I don't know
Well,
if they're going to have an answer for me or if they're going to give me a run on one too. So I have to see what I can find out.
well, the thing is, if I don't get a time specific from someone, chances are they aren't going to call me back. I've had that happen over and over too. So I mean, I'm a veteran of this. See, I know all the little tricks. I've had them all played on me, and I don't fall for them. See? So the thing is, if this is that important, then you shouldn't have any problem setting up a time and date set certain to call me back to report what you found out, whether it's information, that's saying that they're going to send it to me, or that you don't know and you just got the runaround. One way or the other. I mean that would be kind, courteous, and helpful, and I would appreciate that. See? But just, oh, yeah, I'll get back to you, and then never get back to me, I wouldn't appreciate that at all.
Okay.
See? So,
Barring unforeseen circumstances, I will give you a ring Tuesday night.
okay, at 8 o'clock?
I can tell you 8 o'clock, yeah.
Okay, then I will write it down, so I will be waiting by the phone for your call then.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, you bet.
Yep, bye.